What's going on, everybody? I am Mike.
And I'm Jackie.
And welcome to Box and Jackalope. Today we're going to talk about our thoughts on Rick Grimes' final episode of The Walking Dead and what we thought of it, what we think it means for like the future of the show, because
there's a lot.
A lot of stuff went down and stuff that I didn't expect. I wanted to start off outright by saying the actor Andrew Lincoln played this character like
incredibly.
Dude, he's such a freaking good actor, though. That's the problem. Like
my mom, this Sunday night when it came out, just found out that the person that plays him is British.
Yeah, and she doesn't watch the show at all, too, for perspective. Well, Besides complaining about it in the background, but that's a whole other story. If you're watching this, but anyway, so the actor Andrew Lincoln's incredible. I'm gonna miss him so much on the show because like for me and a lot of other fans, he was like half the reason I watched. Like even in Walking Dead's worst, like season 7, 8 stuff, it's like Andrew Lincoln still had great performances.
When I found out Carl died, I was like, at least Rick's got something left, and he's gone now, and now it's... I'm sure she'll do a good job. But I'm just upset they replaced Carl with the little girl.
Yeah, no, we'll talk about that later on.
Yeah, sorry.
But back to Andrew Lincoln and Rick Grimes. I think he played the character perfect. Like, nobody else could have played Rick Grimes like he did. No. Like, especially, I read, like, the comics. Like, I haven't caught up with the recent issues, but for the most part, it's really, really, like, spot on. Like, he's better than the comic Rick Grimes because of how well he plays the character, you know?
I've never read the comics, but
that's probably a bold statement, but that's honestly how I feel. He takes the character to the next level. I also, this is off topic, I think if Jeffrey Dean Morgan had a better showrunner in season 7 and 8, I think he still took Negan to a different level, like of good. Like he plays the character perfectly. But Scott Gimple butchered that whole arc, so thanks, Scott Gimple. We appreciate that. Luckily, the show is in good hands now, though, with the new showrunner, I think, after the last 5 episodes. But anyway, guys, we want to give you guys like a little recap on what we thought of like how they handled this last episode. So, Jackie, what did you think so far?
I think it was kind of a tearjerker. I was surprised how well they handled it, considering the past couple seasons were kind of trash. But I liked how they had the different characters come back.
Mm-hmm.
I was really sad seeing Herschel.
Oh, I know.
I almost cried.
I actually was too. I know.
Yeah.
Like it was. He was. His actor is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Scott Wilson. He was an awesome actor. I'm sad, you know. Seeing that scene, like, I'm really glad that they decided to bring him back of all people for that scene. I think definitely. Because he's another one when he played Herschel on the show. I loved Herschel too.
I didn't want him to go.
In the comic, he was nothing like the TV show counterpart.
Really?
He's perfect in the show. Like, oh my gosh, he was my favorite character. I actually cried when the governor ended him in season 4. But it was, I'm really glad, especially after what happened to his actor. I'm glad that he got that last moment on the show like that with Rick and stuff. The whole thing was sad. We actually met him at Walker Stalker last year. And
so wicked nice guy.
Wicked nice guy. So you know. But I love that moment in the show. That whole episode, even when he met with Shane and Sasha. It was really sad, and it was like I like how they tied down Rick. Like they somehow made it work. I think him leaving the show.
Yeah, they did it very well.
We're gonna talk about the overall ending, but the way if you look at it from this way, like they said they were gonna talk about at the end that like we're kind of a little sketchy about, but. Basically what happens is Rick is being chased by a horde of walkers throughout the whole episode, and he gets to this bridge and
injured all the way. He pulled in the episode before that, the horse bucked him off and he fell onto some rebar that was sticking out, and it got him right where he was originally shot on the first episode. So it's a nice little tie-in. And then he pulls himself up with like his belt from
that was so badass. Only Rick Grimes could get out of something like that. No, but it was
like he's riding on the horse, feeling that leading the zombies away, and
it was such a poetic ending for him. Though
each time he like gets tired and like I guess passes out. It's like a dream, and
it's a little dream sequence.
You get to see each character from the past, or
Yeah, a lot of his stuff, and it's like the thing I liked was Shane, like. They said it in the Talking Dead afterwards, but like Shane was questioning his evil side of the things he's done, and then Herschel's like the light side of it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then he comes to the showrunner said, I think she said that she wanted Rick to end as a hero rather than a villain. And I think that was important too, because Rick at the end of the day is. People say he's an anti-hero, but I think at the end of the day, he is a hero on the show, you know?
Not a superhero, he's an actual hero. But not an anti-hero. He's not, like, edgy and, like...
Yeah. He's, like, the perfect protagonist, though. Like,
he is, yeah.
So his so-called death on the show, I do air quotes because of what happens at the end, he has, like, a flashback of, like, where he sees, like, Michonne, Maggie, and Daryl come to rescue him, and then... Through every flashback, they say, "Wake up, Rick." So he wakes up, and they're not coming, and he's across...
Sorry. The whole theme is, like, he's trying to find his family. He's trying to finally feel like he fits in with these people, because, you know, the apocalypse. Yeah. He's been trying to get it back to, I guess, that like, feeling of normal reality, yeah.
And the thing is, like, I like that he, you know, and it's cool that he got to see everybody one last time right before. So basically, the walkers are going towards the Savior's compound, which Rick's been trying to... like preserve them almost. Like he wants them to come back with the group and merge, and he ends up sacrificing himself. I forget what's the line he said on the bridge. I forgot what it was right now.
He's like, I found them.
That's what he said. He sees Michonne, Daryl, and Maggie. He says, I found them, and he shoots the dynamite that's on the bridge, and he ends up saving the compound and all the horde that he was trying. So the episode before, he was trying to like steer a horde away from the group.
Two big hordes of zombies are going to converge into one big one, and they're heading straight for Saviors, or the whole thing?
It was a Saviors base, I think. Okay. And basically what happens now is he destroys the bridge, and they're all going down River Crisp.
Yes.
So Rick, still in his like final moments on the show, did a heroic act to save others. So let's talk about... And oh my god, Michonne's reaction to everyone was so sad, too. It was like a whole episode is a tearjerker. It's like...
Daryl was crying!
I know. This is going to sound really bad, but you know that meme of him doing that crying thing that everybody liked from that one episode? That's all I can picture when it happened. But...
I think he changed it up this time, because it seemed a little bit different.
Oh my gosh. Oh... this is random, but the new showrunner is actually using Daryl's character to his like full potential. Unlike the last guy, I don't want to say his name, but the last 2 seasons. Yeah. But yeah, Scott Gimple, you suck. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, he's not gone though.
No, he's still around.
Bigger
unfortunately.
things for the series.
So the last scene in this episode, Rick gets taken away on a helicopter by Jadis, the junk lady.
I think she sacrifices like her trip there to
but they take her too though.
Okay,
you know, I'm actually for all it's worth, I'm actually glad Rick lived. He didn't deserve to die. I think I'm sad for him. Think about it. His significant other, he left behind his daughter, or Shane's daughter. We don't know for sure.
I think the showrunners are like, I know the guy who plays Rick. I'm sorry, I always forget the actor.
Andrew Lincoln.
Andrew Lincoln. Yeah. I know Andrew Lincoln wants to leave right now, but we're going to preserve his character just in case we can give him to come back.
I think that's the right choice.
Yeah, it is a good choice.
And the actor, the reason he said he left is he wants to spend more time with his family.
Yeah.
So it's, I think that was a good way of preserving Rick if they ever want to use him again. I was like, I kind of had a little sigh of relief when that happened, because I would hate to like never see him perform as Rick Grimes again. Like, I don't know. That's just like his role, you know. I feel like his whole acting career is gonna be he's Rick Grimes. Like that's his like.
At least over here in America.
Yeah, I'd love to see like his other work.
Yeah, same.
So now what they plan on doing with Rick Grimes' character is movies in other parts of the Walking Dead universe.
Yeah, it's a bunch they said they had planned for these movies. Not just Rick, all over the world.
What worries
in the past,
me
in the future, a lot of big promises. The new Scott Gimple.
I think Scott Gimple. He ruined my favorite arc in the comics on the show, the All Out War arc. I think Andrew Lincoln could carry the movies like with his acting. I'm probably gonna go see them just for him, and obviously I think that's AMC's plan to make quick, which is fine. I mean, I'm glad I'll get to see the actor again and his character. But what worries me is the overall story, because I actually, believe it or not, Scott Gimple has done some good work. Season 4 and 5 were pretty good of Walking Dead. And he has written some good episodes. I don't know what happened in 7 and 8 because like season 7, I was on board after the Negan Glenn episode because I love the comics, right? Like I wanted Glenn to die in that episode. But at the same time, I'm thinking to myself, like as the season went on, it was after, I think it was like the mid-season finale of 7. I'm like, this guy puts a lot of filler in this show. Yeah. Season 6, I can't even remember.
Filler and artsy.
I wanted to say one thing.
It's super pretentious for a zombie TV show. What you saying though?
The new showrunner knows how to actually do artsy stuff better than
blended well.
Angela Kang is her name, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of people like be happy with her work. I'm pretty happy with it so far, and it just seems like the production values are way better with her. Like I feel like she understood. I don't know if she's the writer. I think she's like the director, but I feel like she understands the characters more than Scott did.
She understands the characters more than Scott did. She understands that. She shouldn't. It is a zombie show, and it's a great zombie show, but you can't take it as seriously as Scott Gimple. I don't want to keep bagging on him because he has done some good stuff, but like after a while.
After a while, it gets to you though when it starts to destroy the quality of the show, and I think
it comes off super way cheesier than a zombie.
I want to say though, the thing that she did with Judith Grimes, I was like, when I first saw it, I was like, fuck, that should have been Carl, man. But when I thought about it, I mean, I'm not gonna blame her for that thing because I'm sure the girl playing her is going to do a great job.
Like I don't hate that.
No, nothing. When we talk about this stuff, nothing ever against the actors.
I'm sure she's going to do a great job.
She's going to do awesome.
I always forget her name.
Judith Grimes. I am glad we kind of have a substitute for Carl, but to me it just, and this isn't like I said, this isn't the current showrunner's fault. This is a Scott Gimple AMC issue. The fact that they killed Carl off right before his best moment in the show, it just feels cheap to me for the kid that Chandler Riggs that played him. That when I saw that, I was like, God, imagine how interesting, guys, it could have been if they had Carl and Judith Grimes, like a good dynamic, and with Negan,
and with Rick gone too, so Carl would have had the
That's what kills me about it, and it's like my heart aches when I think about it.
Like what could have been.
I think the new showrunner's taking a train wreck and trying to fix it.
Yeah, and she's doing a good job of it.
I heard I don't watch Fear the Walking Dead, but I heard Scott Gimple ruined that last season. Season 3 was apparently really good, and the last season was apparently garbage. Yeah, no, it's I think overall though it was a damn good last episode for Rick. Even though he's not going to be on the show anymore, I'm actually still kind of invested in watching a little bit. I think he's kind of been on board so long. Even throughout its worst, I still kind of have fun with the show in a weird way.
And the main character's gone, so you wonder like what can they do? Can they do anything? You want to see it.
I want to see about Daryl and you know who I want to see? Negan. He's so interesting right now.
Oh. That was great.
I have
watching
a thing.
Him crumble.
Oh, it was. I have a thing for like when villain characters get a redemption arc, like I'm a fan of Grommash, Hellscream, in the Warcraft universe, or what was it? One of the reasons in World of Warcraft when I was disappointed when they left Garrosh alive was that they didn't do anything with him. Like that would have been like Maggie. Okay, and this episode too, Maggie tries to kill Negan, but she comes to terms that it's worse to leave him alive at this point because he knows he definitely feels. I think he definitely feels all the shit he's done now. And I think that was Rick's plan. The scene was actually reminiscent of a scene in the comics that actually happens after the time jump. With Maggie and Negan, and that was awesome. Oh my, that was real. I think that's an overlooked part of this episode, but I'd actually, if I had to give the episode, I don't want to wrap up our thoughts, but if I had to give it a number score, I'd give it like a 9.5. I'd say Andrew Lincoln's acting is a 10 out of 10 though. That's but the overall episode, that was like, I thought that was like Walking Dead season 1. Like the early days quality, like of like its best when it's at its best, not like the Terra going solo episode. Oh God, they that was one thing that Gimple did that like killed me. He did these boring solo episodes, and it's like that's the thing. I can keep blaming him, but I don't know if it's all
maybe
him.
He bit off more than he could chew because it looks like he wanted to give each character their own thing, which is huge. You only have so many episodes in a series. It just
came off
and it splits up, and you gotta do that without getting it or you gotta keep it interesting.
My problem with it, though,
that would be so difficult for each individual character, and like props to him for trying to give them more of like a character or a backstory
before they get killed off. But he did it in such a formulaic way. It's like something's gonna happen on episode 8. Something's gonna happen on episode 16.
And the writing, like, what was it? And yet I smile. Like,
oh,
sorry. Was that an actual thing in the comic? Because
I don't remember, but we could make a whole episode on season 8, man. Season 8 was
trying
garbage.
to get like you've seen those memes on Facebook that are like, it has like a picture of like Daenerys from Game of Thrones, and she has like a little quote underneath it that makes it all like.
I wonder if there is one. I'm gonna look one up for Ezekiel and see if I can find one that says, "And yet I smile." I like King Ezekiel.
T-shirts that seemed like more than actual like writing of the show.
But more part we gotta bring up Eugene's pickles. But yeah, no. Overall, I was super happy with the episode. I think I actually was not disappointed. I was worried about being disappointed, but I didn't walk away with one of those like things where I'm just like, I am disappointed. I was like, that was really good, and I think. These past 5 episodes, I'm curious to see where the show goes, but I think it's in capable hands now, and that makes me happy. Definitely. I just wish that it was in capable hands the last few seasons at the most crucial time. Yeah. Because, guys, imagine, for those that are still watching the show, imagine what season, I don't want to keep saying imagine what it could be like, but imagine what the Negan arc could have been like with this person in the
I mean, it's not bad right now, but...
No, it's good. I think it's good right now, but it's like a shell, which sucks. You know, a lot of the good characters are dead.
Yeah.
The worst thing that Scott Gimple did was the cliffhanger in the season 6 finale with Negan. Beady. And they don't show you who dies, though, is the thing. They do not show you who dies.
What's the cliffhanger's for? I think that was...
But that was shit, Jackie. Because
I think that was okay.
No, do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Did you watch it, like, religiously, though? Like, did you marathon it beforehand or after? Because...
I don't think I did.
The problem I had with it is they have a build-up to Negan coming. Every fan was waiting for the head bashing moment, and you do it like it's gonna happen, and it's going around.
Yeah,
then
but you gotta think of the people that haven't seen or read the comic.
I think it was a cop out.
I think that was... Why would it be a cop-out? Because you open up with, like, the money shot.
A lot of people say that they should have killed off Abraham in the season 6 one, and then open up back at the thing that have him do Glenn as like a double. Yeah, I would have, because here people would have not. This is the thing though, you would have caught people by surprise. You know what I mean? Like it would have at least given some. Because people at that point too expect something to happen in the finale. Nothing happened. They just kind of. It was. If you watch it like now, you won't notice it, but like at the time, you have to wait a whole year to find out who he bashing. Like that's kind of a little ridiculous.
I'm willing to wait for that. I think that was a strategic move. I think it was kind of cheap, but I think it was. Good.
This is another Gimple plot line we're going to talk about right now. I like how we're going on a rant on Scott Gimple right now.
Poor Gimple.
No, Scott Pimple. He the Glenn dumpster thing. Did you watch that episode?
Yeah.
Where that was so. When that happened, I was like, stupid. Oh, they're not doing the Lucille. Somebody else is gonna get Lucille by Negan, and it's like. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
He Scooby-Dooed his way out.
But anyway, guys.
His way out.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Let's pause and do an outro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he Scooby-Dooed his way out of the dumpster. Yeah. Well, anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I think Walking Dead is in capable hands. I know we made a really shitty video a while ago called Where the Walking Dead Lost Us, and kind of got me back a little bit now, so I'm hoping it stays this good. It's pretty good right now. Now I gotta do the Negan lean back with this. No, just kidding. No, but I think it'll be in good. It's in good hands. Do you have anything else you want to say?
I think it's in great hands. I can't wait to see what else they're gonna do with it, especially since they've made these drastic character cuts.
It's gonna be good
for one, and the other one left.
Thank you guys very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Taking it like a champ!